Alrighty, let's see. And we're live. Alright. So, I will be committing the sin of testing something on the fly. I have not tested my noise gate for my microphone. Should probably listen to that on the phone, which means I have to log in on there. But the plan is I want to play ZA with everything shiny that can possibly shiny. Now, I don't mean editing the sprite so everything's just automatically shiny. I mean, just, Mable's research. 50 of every type. We have to get 50 shiny Pokemon of every type. So, that's what we're running, and I'm just gonna take a little moment to listen to my... Nope, what's the volume on my phone? I don't want it to be noticeable. I can hear me. That seems pretty good. Alright. So yes, let's get started. Actually get the game uncovered. Make sure the chat room's uncovered. We're doing it on the fly. I ended up starting later than I wanted. But here we go. Well, I suppose I should have checked that. I hadn't anticipated. I knew we had our update pretty recently, so... Huh. Wonder what that one's about. Oh wait, were you a system update? Reading. Reading is difficult. You're gonna come back up right there. Switch to... Yes, no, maybe. There we go. You can do it. Reattach the thingies. Do you know you're in a thing? You've not yet figured out that you're in the dock. Let me assist. Pick up, set down. Come on, lad. There we go. Alright. So, let's start our playthrough. Get to decide what my hair is gonna look like. English, I know that one. I usually make the mistake of going for this one, but, the thing I can't edit is the fact that I am incredibly pale. I am a gamer, I do not go outside. The sun is a frightful, deadly laser. That's not how I spell. Yeah. Let's go with that. Change hair color. Do I go with the fun one? Yeah. Yeah, you like me to hit confirm. I remember I messed this up the first time round. That one. That one. I don't know. Thick. Where do I have it at? Oh, I have it on red, that's why it looks funny. That looks vaguely more acceptable. This one. That one. Wait. No. Oh, I can never remember which side has it on the farther out and one has it under the eye. I think on a camera that's what I look like. Sure. And those ones. As much as yes, we're gonna know on that. Sure. Yeah, let's do this. Now I have prepared some tea to go along with this because I am certainly not used to speaking for 3 hours. Which, I'm not saying it's gonna make it to 3 hours, but I don't know. Game noises. Hopefully I'm not completely overdoing this. Well, Because I did balance this originally for me not speaking this loudly. I'm gonna lower my voice a little and hopefully I do not ruin the world. Party. Yay, friendos. Okay, so I didn't plan on reading all the text and stuff, because it's less a story playthrough and more about getting everything shiny. But, let me know, I guess, if anyone particularly wants me reading stuff. I like how I've heard in other situations they complain when you do eyeball vision in a certain way, like what's the words? Ooh, can't think of the word. The things you might hold up to your eyes in a sports game so you can see zoomed in. I have trouble with words, by the way. That's just a thing we'll have to be used to. But given whose point of view we were with, I think it's okay that we were just one spherical shape. Although I couldn't tell you what that pupil was. Oh yeah. Well, the hair does look pretty different. This is not the hair color I had before. Okay, so I don't plan on forcing myself not to use the required non-shiny Pokemon. Cause like, you know, if I don't get a shiny that can do Rock Smash or another fighting type move, then could be vaguely problematic. But, you know, I do plan on seeking out a shiny as soon as I can. And I don't know, because it could just, how boring do we want it to be if it's just gonna be the same path over and over near Wild Zone 1, or do we want to progress a little further into the story? Because, you know, the old Johnstone path. So many options. What do we get done before Zack? Now I will say that on my original playthrough, I chose Chikorita. And I know that Tepig is the way to have speed. However, I expect the first thing I'll probably find is a fletchling. And I am familiar with how things go when you have the Chikorita, so I'll probably just choose Chikorita again. I know you've got a lot of versatility with Totodil's moves, but it feels very weird to just speak over him, but, you know. Oh yeah, make that face. Much noise, much advertising. Yes, yes. Everyone goes, oh, it's an evil CEO. I'm not mocking that train of thought, because that is exactly what I thought. Yes. But then everyone's like, but Skiddo's cute. Are you allowed to be evil if you have a Skiddo? That's an important life question. Can you be evil if you are in the presence of a Skiddo? Not counting Skiddo knocking you off a mountain, Minecraft style. That is another thing. I do have a Pokemon specific name going on with this channel, but I do in fact like Minecraft. So I don't know if I'm gonna be throwing a bit of non-Pokemon Minecraft onto my YouTube, which admittedly I don't actually have these channels connected, so I'm gonna have to figure out. I'll probably have to download the VOD and then upload it to YouTube, so it's all a learning process, and I figured if I didn't learn on the go, I would never actually get started. And I thought it was better to get started. Yep. 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 The shoes. That is a major question I have in this game, is why are the socks attached to the shoes when you want to go see how leggings and things look in the shops? It's just like, no, you can't actually see how they look. I mean, obviously you can do a little bit of finagling, but you have to, like, buy a pair of shorts before you can actually see what those other pieces look like. Quick, go get him. I do think it's very funny that you can say you want to choose the Pancham as your own Pokemon. I thought that was a joke, but I believe enough people mentioned it that maybe it's lies on the internet, but I believe the short that I saw. Yeah. As someone who's never been to France, never been to Paris, I don't know what the pickpocketing situation is like. Anyways, why they don't really explain why these two are, like, into the idea of stealing from people. I have committed a crime, let me tell you my name. Remind you of my name. Pancham is cute. I've never had him shiny. Don't know why I'm saying he's a him. I do want to suggest taking it back myself, but choose which Pokemon. Hello, my leafy friend. I want to start getting shiny Pokemon. And yes, I'm going to say Pokemon. It's a childhood thing. I knew from the beginning that it was Pokemon, but that just didn't work for the theme song of the anime. It just didn't feel right. My brain did not like it. So, Pokemon will happen, even though I know. I want a cup of tea, it's in front of my face. Ah, good. Let's see. Oh, yes. These will not be in the position my brain will expect. Let's see. Just the top slot. Which ones can we tackle? Alrighty. Oh, yeah. Tackles on the top. This one. Tackle again. About the same time. Tackle again. Lower your defense again. You can do it. You didn't do it as quickly as I wanted you to. Well, you're male this time. Okay. I did happen to get the first try female Chikorita, the original one. So what do we got? What do we got? Other than leafage. I want to know what your nature is. So my favorite nature, the one I would probably do for nature guesses, is quirky. But a lot of people like to guess quirky. So I don't know if I should stick with the quirked up. I guess it depends. If I'm in a group with Shiny Catherine, then, you know, maybe say sassy instead of quirky. Although I think, is sassy one of Johnstone's? Naughty and sassy? Oops. anyone else just go... You know that fist bumps make contact normally, right? Or do they do it differently elsewhere? I keep forgetting that's the hair color I have in here. Chikorita! Little guy! Hi, little guy! Hi! Don't know what my voice did. Of a power duo. Yeah. It's gonna be a while before I can change things up, right? As in, the look. As someone who's never referred to it as the drip before, well, we'll see. Yep. You'd think he would see the waitress before she, you know, jumps me. Oh, is he looking at the pokes? Little guys! Yeah. Dum. Let me move the noise gate so I can actually see. What am I trying to see? Don't know. Escape from the battle zone. Ah. No waitress yet. Their items? Oh, wait. Ooh, yeah, okay. What are ye? What are ye? Oh, let me fix these. I like having things at the bottom. Don't know if that makes me a freak. Oh. Well. That's one way to do a chikorita. Okay. Yeah. Hello. This way. Okay. That way. And we're walking, and he didn't see the waitress. Yeah. I shall defeat you. No one listens to words here. Oh my eyebrows are feeling realistic. Trouncing. Alrighty. Oh, I can rid of the chat. That's also not the way to do this. Brigitte. Oh. Get it. Maybe I should have started with fixing the earbud. That's not a move. Be defeated. Ah. I didn't actually think it would do it in that one turn. Bunny. Defeat. Although Bunny does tend to be somewhat thick. Gotta get them Chungus vibes from somewhere. Yeah. We'll see if we'll get a shiny Bunnelby soon. I imagine we will when we go for our first something. Yep. So I'm not technically doing an oak. I don't have to do things in a particular order. But, I think it could be interesting to do the Johnstone path because I've never started with things like Abra or Flabebe. I think that would be cool. Alright, time for a fire in Malazor. A glorious bit of humor. Ah, tea. Yep. Oh, I see the problem now. I didn't change the text speed. Ah. Yeah. Love you, Floette. It's just so good. Although why Urbane thinks it's actually going to murder them. I'm pretty sure that somewhere in the 3,000 years, Floette has some sense in her. I would think that routine murder wouldn't be her favorite given things, but, you know, what do I know? Yeah. A little friend. Yeah. Escape. I wanna find shinies. Well, at least I know which direction it actually means this time. Orange tree. I should not make that mouth noise. Easy. Easy. So, in the meantime, once my little buddy climbs out of my bag, do AZ and Floette ever do anything for it? Does it have a mouth? Can it enjoy a cup of tea? Do they offer it galettes? I don't actually know how to say that. I never took French. Hello. Does anyone else absolutely adore the fact that the end of his hair looks like a tail from certain angles? Hello. Yes. Yes. Lethal friend, can you enjoy a cup of tea? Yes. Ah, AZ. Hand noises. Yes. Is that the height of a bow tie? A loose bow tie, since it's not just right up there at the collar. Do not betray your Pokemon. Love them. My knee is feeling things looking at him. Proceed? I guess proceed. Well, guys. Up. One of the ups. Visit the other up when he wakes me up. Aha. Alrighty. That. I've never tried to enter the other rooms. I don't think I've seen anyone else try. Bed. Bed, and then visit the roof. See the view. Knock, knock. Building's not currently pink. I love this. I love the Pumpkaboo image. Pumpkaboo and tea. I mean, it helps that my favorite season is fall. It's my favorite aesthetics. Minus the spooters. I'm not a fan of the spooters. Can't really help it. Get the pretty view and get the music. So I will say, as far as how the shiny hunting will go, since, you know, I'm trying to get everything, right? I don't have a turbo controller. And as such, I really don't like bench resetting. So it's gonna be interesting. Things like Fennekin gonna be a little more rough. The night and day switchover with the benches, it's just long enough for my attention span to cry out in agony across the universe. So yeah. Oh, friendo. Yes. Do, 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 do. It was a little early, I know. Alarms in my Pokemon game. Oh, outlet. I didn't notice that before. A new life. So yeah, that had me kind of wondering before. Like, I vaguely guess we were 16 to 18, but I don't know if people go off to a new life at 16 in France. I don't really know how that goes. Or, you know, Pokemon France, I mean, you run off at 10, so... yeah. I would have thought I would have already had a Pokemon. Running off on my own. Oop. Spoon and squeaky chair got combined. You really like battling. Gasp. At least they have me facially react to things a couple times. Seems like most things we just keep our bland smile when we react to things, so... Gloomy noise is wild! Bigwigs. Contact info. Okay. So let me think. Because when I did my original playthrough, I had mostly the Pokemon that you get from Wild Area 1. Wild Zone 1. I'm gonna keep calling it the wrong thing, not intentionally, just... The brain. The brain, it will have its difficulties. But I would like to try something I've never tried before, which is why the Johnstone Path appeals to me. Let's see. Ah, yes, this. Yup. Yep. So I don't have online on this account yet. So I'm not quite sure how soon I'll start going for the online Royale. Also wondering how long they'll have Greninjite available. You know, because of people who might get this in the holiday season. They'll probably want to get their Greninjites and their Delphoxites. Do the little roll. Yeah. You know what's funny? That I can remember Akari's name, but I can't remember the male character, and I would have had the male character there as my Legends Arceus companion, so just used to other people talking about Akari. Dance Dance Revolution. Like, is it Enchante or Enchante? Something like that. Been a while since I've heard someone say it. Yeah, okay. Don't know, I'm expecting Zygarde out there in pupper mode. Dash. Y. Whee! It's funny. Dashing is so fast that the roll feels slower to me here. I mean, Arceus, it was just like, yeah, we're gonna Friendo! We're gonna roll everywhere, but here, still the 3 moves. Alrighty. Let's do the 1 versus 2 battle. I want to go find shinies, it will take a while. Yes. Okay, so in theory, I would like to generally stream from 2 to 5. I know I didn't actually manage that today. I got a little caught up in preparing some extra things, but 2 to 5 Pacific is what kind of sounds ideal to me. But we'll see. Kind of thinking Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, but we'll see. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Sit. Okay. Oh no, I'm quiet. Yeah, I'm not actually used to speaking for 3 hours straight, so we'll see how it goes too. I'm not really working my way up to it. But, you know, we'll kind of go with the flow on this. See how we do. See what seems to work best for things. No! Oh, it is there. Yes. No. Yes. Reorient. We don't climb the thing yet. Although I believe we can attack the crystals early. Maybe not right away. Let me just find out. Yeah, it didn't. Yeah. Don't tell me to focus. I'm not on ADHD medication. Rocks. What do I think? Yes. You, who is unfamiliar with this town, where do you think these boulders came from? I grew them in my garden. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Jeez. Not allowed to orient yourself. Yep. Yeah, see, as someone who has taken a wee bit of a fall, this makes the legs very upset. Also the face, and the wrist, and the ankles, and the... everything just gets upset if you do that. Like, I really, really don't recommend, even with that short fall, of landing on your knee. Give me the Pokédex, please. Yes. Excellent. Ready. And what happens if you say you'll pass? Other than them repeatedly suggesting it. Pokermans. Oh yes, gotta scan the Chikorita. Scan the Chikorita. Hello, buddy. Yeah. It is unfortunate that you can't start a playthrough with a Wild Zone 20 friend. But I suppose someday we'll get access to home. Actually, I don't know when trading becomes available in the storyline. Some. Oh, it is Ball. Can I grab Ball? Ball. Oh, look, another Ball. Not Ball. But this one? Ball. No. Okay. Green light. Yeah. See, I just feel really bad battling the wild Pokemon, though. Like, let me come into your house and kick your butt. It just seems not nice to them. Hello, I seek a fletchling and a bunny. You are cute. So I believe my understanding is we actually have to turn the thing in with Mable in order to get things shiny. Yeah. Obviously we won't get any alphas until after that side mission. You'd think I'd remember how to do this, given... well, it's been like 4 days since I played. And then the learn your lesson, fail to catch the burb. One more good donk, he says. Hi, bird. Bird. Yes. Bird, you were my friend. But now, I will seek out shiny after this other friend, I guess. Apply anger. Yes. Anger. Sure. Isn't really that responsive to damage. 2, 3, 4. Yes. I'll admit, I can't imagine playing this with my previous Joy-Cons. That drift was, not great. Crouching would not be very smooth. 5. Yeah. Oh yes. Give me potions, please. Blocks. Yes. Delaying my access to shinies by clicking on things. Hello. Yellow. Look at that low catch chance. Damage. You know it's fluffy sheep, and who would want to damage fluff sheep? That is not the button I wanted to hit. Fluff sheep. Leaf sheep. Ah yes, can't do that one yet. Alrighty. So we get this going. And we heal our friends. And I believe we can actually get going on the thing. I hope. Yes. Errand. A little bit of freedom. Alrighty. Mable. I don't remember the angle shot. Yeah. I wish to go stare at the person sitting down. Would you let me do that? There's a couple, but this one. Huh. It's like Goth Girl, except with glasses and less crazed eyes. I like you. More people. Do we have things around the lab? Why is there not an item in the garbage can? Item? Of magical ball power. Yes. I always feel like there's an item behind the elevator, and it just feels wrong to not check. More tea. I do appreciate Mabel's energy. It would be a bit intense to me in real life, I'm sure, but I appreciate the sass. Okay, don't you sass me on that. The first time when I clicked the other answer, I felt bad when she called me out. I felt bad. You've caught more than one. Vase. Pokermans. Many Pokermans. I don't know if the noise gate is gonna cut off the times when there may or may not be a cat chirping at the door. Yes. Details. Why do I not look horrifically pale right there? I'm supposed to be Mable levels of pale, simply because I burst into flames when I walk outside. Lighting making me look like a living thing. Fine. Yeah, I'm not reading. I know. Give me the rock smash. Yup. Mud. So yeah, starts up D's. Oh no, there's a yawn. Oh, okay. Lovely prizes. I do like her top. Like, what in the carbon is her top about? Run away! And this Mareep has sadness in its soul. I cannot yet fly to the Pokemon Center. So we gotta walk it over there and get its fluffy self feeling better. Aha! Hello, Naveen. I love the purple accents. I mean, I don't like the shape of the shoes, but I like the color. Yeah, I'd probably be asking him where he gets his patches. Can I get, you know, some EVs? Why can't I have the black one that the dudes get? Rah. I mean, really, it's the socks and shoes. It's a TM! Yep. Bunny beat the crap out of things and then instantly become the strongest mon that I have. Use this item on the bunny. And then I probably want to make sure the bunny has it somewhere I like. That's not CR. This one's CR. You switch you there. Bunny. Kill. Object. Hi, bud. Can you be thingy from the get-go? I wish to heal my fluffy sheep friend. I look a sad, but okay. Yeah. Cookie. A cookie for the little friendos. Right. Go to the item in a bit. Kill. Hello, other rabbit. Beep. Kill. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Kill. So anyway, then I started smashing. Alright. Q. Oh, and I can buy things. How much money do I have? Yeah. Nah. I mean, yeah, but let me check this first. 10 grand. Shopping. Let's see, did I get anything? Yeah. Other left. Ball. One of these for some reason. Yeah, sure. Premier balls. Should I get more premier balls? How many mistakes do I expect I'll make? Probably a few button misclicks, but hopefully I'll just do that with some Pokeballs. I'm all good. Feel like I need the Pichu, but let's see. Don't actually know where the ladder I want is. Oh wait, yes I do. Smush. Ladder. Object. Alright, so it begins. How long till we get a Larry of our own? Rock. A Pidgey to slay. How's your moveset? Not very useful. Do I just end up making a massively powerful Bunnelby that I immediately switch to less powerful things? Oh, and you got Growl. Biff. Hello. You are not shiny, I do not catch. Could do this. I don't know if going over here is necessary. I guess I should make sure. Oh yeah, you're spawned in. Nope, nope, nope. Let me get some stuff. Let's see. Then I'm gonna end up scaring the Abra. What is the best way to access? I guess he tends to jump down in front of the wild area in order to check the Flabebe. Hello, Flabebe. Hello. I hear we have a Kakuna nearby. Hello. Let me get me. Well. Yeah, I can't really do that one yet. Huh. Wait, you're wild. Oh. If that's in distance, is that one? Not that I'll have a shortage of Bunnelbys eventually. Let's see. I could just go for the Pichu. I would like that item, thank you. Do I do some door shenanigans from the beginning, or do I go for the other? Oh wait, I can knock this. Hello. Pichu, I will not recognize when you're a shiny. Ah, yes. I will still not recognize. Do I do it? Do I play with the door? Do I start off with shiny Pichu? And Bourg? Do I do this? Oh, yeah, that'll just be dreadful to watch, though. Buddy, I don't know what you look like when you're shiny. I don't know. I just do not. Let's see. So I go out the entrance to get to the thingy to get to the ladder I want. I want a shiny friend. I didn't remember the music sounding like that. Okay. The person just has to listen to us all the time. kill. There is not a Pidgey there yet. Yeah, I'm not really sure like which sideways things I need to be doing. I should probably be figuring out the distance to Flabebe. Hey Flabebe, you're... bugger. Saying you're there. What's up? Run away! So we gotta do this for the sake of the Abra. Do we? Do we though? I'm just doing what I've seen. I mean, yeah, it got me outside the 70. Get me outside the 70 for the Abra? I don't know. It is the run of power. Oh, I started sitting back. So, how we doing? How's it going? What are the plans? I don't know what the plans are really, because it's just gotta eventually get everything. Because shiny decks as much as that is possible, and all the shiny researches. Is it really worth doing the time on this Pidgey, given that you get one when you go for Pichu? Do you think you are achieving things, Bumblebee? You are gung-ho, and I appreciate that about you. Wee. I heard an Abra. Tweet. Yeah, I haven't gotten the roll to keep running down. Wee. Wee. Bunny. Lorde. Whoop. Whoop. Probably should have gone all the way up. Whoa. Whee. It's funny, the parts that I feel like I would hate in this outfit are not quite what I expect them to be. Because, like, I like the shirt. The jacket, for some reason it's the jeans that bother me. As someone who wore flared jeans, something about it's the waist, isn't it? I don't know. Ugh. Plus those shoes. I wouldn't wear these shoes. I can't wear flats like these. Run, 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 run. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Will you just be bored, friend? Why kill Pidgey when you are guaranteed later? Yeah, I mean, I know why you would do it for an oak, but I'll find one I use if I go for Goomy. I know that. When I go for Goomy. Whoop, whoop. There we go. Bloop. I do think it would be fun to have this much greenery around. I mean, I don't know if I want people able to get to my second floor window, that kind of thing, but yeah, I forgot to do the roll. I'm learning. That's not the right button. I'm learning slowly. So how long do we think it'll take for me to find my first shiny? Don't really have the hand motions down. And it's always a question of, do I get bored of one path and do a different one? At least I can do stuff with this path. There is participation in the process. Whoa. So I'm curious, as someone who still doesn't have a controller. I know that Austin John Plays said the Pro Controller 2 or whatever caused him hand pain, hand injury, and mentioned small hands. And as someone who, well, I don't know what constitutes small hands to him, because is he saying small for dude hands, or just, I don't know, like size small? Because I'm not size small like gloves working in a restaurant. But if we're talking relative, because I do get a lot of hand pain with playing on my phone. But I haven't noticed hand pain with the Switch 2 itself. Although I do like to use the little included Joy-Con holding thingy. Although, yeah, it's not a charging one. I found out charging ones actually exist, and I'll probably need one of those if I don't go for a controller. These, Joy-Con batteries do not last very long. You'd think I would have learned this sooner, but I played in handheld mode on the Switch 1 for the longest time. But, you know, finally started doing docked mode, and am I gonna figure out the buttons? Can she do it? We don't know. Listen, do you guys want to shine immediately just to get her going? Eh. Eh. I didn't actually look at what time I started doing this route. Itchy nose. Hope everybody's having a good day, good time. We in my apartment, we got a bit confused on the dates. We thought Monday was the 11th, and then the end of Monday came around and realized no, the next day was the 11th. I don't currently live with any veterans, but hope people had a lovely Veterans Day. Run, run, run. So, I do understand why flabébés have the colors they have. For some reason, those are the only flower colors in this town. But that just inherently bothers me. Why are there only 5 flower colors? Why are there only 5 flower colors? I want to cause mass destruction in the form of having to collect, like, 13 different flabébés. I want my purples. I want my magentas. I want my flowers of unusual color. Maybe a nice light blue. I want to be a source of evil for those who seek living dexes. But also for myself. I want that for myself. To experience that process. Once upon a time, I had a max cape in RuneScape. There is some degree of... I'm not going to say grind set. Bleh. Bleh. No one needs that term. But video game grinding can be very fun. It make brain go burr in a good way. Sometimes. Homework? No, that wasn't ever a good burr. But, yeah. The urge to just lean back in the chair, but the chair is so squeaky. I mean, that's just the arms of the chair that's squeaking right now. Right, meow. I don't actually know what kind of deals I'd be willing to make with chat. For instance, Absol blogs Pokemon. Matt, I can't believe that he would go along with the risk of losing pasta for the rest of the year. That's such a big risk. And he went for that risk. That's... Well, the food is too important. Wee, no button again. Wee. Okay, here's a fun one. Or maybe not a fun one. People always say, oh, you don't want Pokemon to be real. Not to me in particular, but just in general to people. You don't actually want Pokemon to be real because the spiders are 5 feet tall. And while it is true that the spiders are 5 feet tall, that means it is much more difficult for the 5 foot tall spiders to sneak into your living quarters. They're not considering that, 1 foot tall spiders are a little bit easier to keep out of your home. I'm not saying it's perfect. I mean, things happen in Australia, and they happen there. So they do occur. The horrors do occur. But it's easier, and you can have your pet flamethrower to assist. And I mean, like, Dupiter, I refuse to call it Dupiter, like, sure, it's water type and might have water bubble, but like, most of the others burn pretty well. They burn decently well, and then, like, I was gonna say Dwebble and a Crustle come with their own rock, but I don't consider those spooders. So I stand by the idea that Pokemon would be preferable for dealing with such things. Whee! Chip! Chip chip! Chippy chippy chip! Chippity chip chip! Wow. Yeah, my throat's not gonna make it to 5. But I want this playthrough to proceed. I do. I've been wanting this to start for a good, week and a half? Whenever I decided this is what I wanted to go for. Shiny research. Shiny Mable. Originally I was just gonna call it Shiny Mable, but really it's just everything. shiny Mable. I didn't wait to hear an Abra. I mean, I usually don't. It's just... maybe I want to make sure there's an Abra sound. Maybe I want to do this. I hear the Abra. I personally like how this game looks. I don't mind the windows at all. Because what I think about is it not performing like Scarby. I want it to perform. And it does. Nice and smooth. I mean, I guess some people have run into crashes. Don't think I've had a crash. Let's see. What is the preferred way for accessing Flabébé? I don't remember. Pichu, Flabébé and Kakuna. Hi, little guy. See, the problem is you always look shiny to me. Which, I mean... would it tell me it was shiny if I'd never caught one? I think it does. Okay, map. So, over there. Oh, so there's probably a ladder straight ahead. Alright. Oops. Let me not slam the controller stuff. Not controller. Joy-Con stuff. Oh yeah, here we go. Kill. Thank. Hello? You are not a shiny flower, for I would have heard you by now. You don't have fire yet. Yeah. Hello, Flabébé. I wish to say hello. You can't rain and have gummy. And I can't fly to what's-his-face. So yeah, really the, going through the research door is, like, the way to do things right now. Why are you so loud? What do I want to do? Me and my rapid boredom. If I were better with the, pathing. At some point I will be, maybe. But we're gonna do this a little bit. Boop. Boop. Huh. Boop. 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 Yeah, it's not exactly visually fun times. Just imagine a Five Nights at Freddy jump scare between one of the screen changes. I got into that recently. Not the gameplay, but the storyline. Shout out to Shawnee Do for doing his 100% FNAF. Cause that was my introduction to the storyline. And that was very enjoyable. And then I started listening to some other people's storylines, because, you know, if you've kind of heard it before, you can listen to some additional bits of info without being, like, 100% attention paid. The one thing we know for sure from all of this is I don't have the best attention span. Oh, and this earbud is escaping. Boop. 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 Cause yeah, I don't really want to fight Zach with these non-shinies. It would kind of feel like a bit of a cop-out. But I also know that this isn't fun to watch. But it's quick enough that it doesn't upset my brain. But it also means you're not really getting much music when I do this. I wish they did have a radio setting in this. Which I'm sure would still get cancelled by stuff like this. And they'd probably have it available post-game. So how many folks are planning on getting the DLC? Or hoping to get the DLC, I should say. Because money is a situation, I definitely understand that. What was it? They said December 10th for that, I think. If there isn't a financial issue in the meantime, I'm hoping to get that. Heck, I suppose I could even get NSO on here at the same time. Oh, actually, with tax, I'll be short. So, maybe around the holidays for NSO for here. Pichu, I hear you. I will never know. I don't know what to expect. Bird is not. Other bird is too far away, whether or not it is. Sheep do not show. Well, sheep are shiny locked, aren't they? I don't know if anyone else. Let me think. I probably can't put a dot there because it. Oh, I can! So let's see. Does the Weedle get included? Nah. Tweet, tweet, tweet. So it would specifically just be Pichu and Pidgey, huh? Oh, I'd already deleted it. Bored. Pidgey bored. I meant to say Pichu bored. Didn't quite work out. Here we go. Yeah, I gotta make some decisions on the music, because I'm not entirely sure how people determine what is, you know, what can avoid copyright claims. Because I presume the reason why some people will do, you know, Nintendo music with a Nintendo game is because, yeah, it's all one thing, but I know YouTube has things available in its library for creators to use, but I'm just kind of under the impression that they wouldn't like that playing on Twitch as well when it is provided for YouTube. Well, that's just a guess. But I got a sneaking suspicion. Yeah, this isn't really great for music, so I'll probably just go for the Aber and Flabete bit again. Yep, you look like regular bird. On the road again. We want some shiny friends on the road again. I feel like if I tried to imitate Scatterbug, it would just sound gross. What is your favorite bug Pokemon? Someone who's not a big fan of bugs in real life, I'm pretty fond of Scatterbug and Blipbug. I know in real life that Grubbin's mouth bits would freak me out. Cool in game, but mouth bits of doom. I appreciate Blipbug's bow tie and purple. Whoa. Wow. Gotta get a bit of Johnny Bravo going. Hoo-ha! I keep holding the controller poorly, and that's getting in my way. I keep saying controller. It would help if I know the name of the product. The included Joy-Con holder that comes with the Switch too. I should look into how much the charging version is, and if it's a different, like, hand feel, size, shape, etc. I would presume it would be less than a Pro controller, but what do I know? A charging device, you know? I hate just seeing that mass in the spider web hanging across for forever. I just imagine it's a whole bunch of spider eggs, and, you know, bad times. Probably shouldn't have put that out into the universe, and I'm sorry. This was a mistake. Roll. So I presume it's after Zach that we can actually go to things. Well, isn't X and Y also pretty controlled? I just don't remember when we get going with Emma. We have our freedom to run across the world and fly. Flying might be after Zach. Or is it? It might be in the morning, because then you could fly to the Pokemon Center. I don't know if they have you do the battle thing without being able to fly to the Pokemon Center. So I would think you would have access to fly then, but this is not meant to be information. This is just a guess. I want the pretty colored Pokemon. Okay, I gotta tell you, I had not realized how incredibly pretty Shiny Spritzy was until I saw Shiny Catherine's video on it, and oh my goodness, That purple is incredible, and I love it, and I want it. If it was real life, I would just be hugging it. If there was a plushie of it, I would be hugging it. Oh. Oh. It's so fluffy and purple and magenta little toesies. Toesies. Feet. I thought saying feetsies would be worse, and you know, it is. It really is. Wow. Pidgey is my friend. It will not ever end up shiny like this, but that's okay. I should check the Larry at some point. You know, I imagine if there's any sort of audio delay from my mic or anything, that could just be terrible. Does that part make anyone else think of Christmas? It's very Christmas. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Holidays in general. Why did I say holidays like that? Lord. Pidgey, do I give you a nickname? Or do we just enjoy our presence as is? To be fair, I did attack you with a Bunnelby earlier. Oh no, you would have despawned since then. You don't know of my sins. So something interesting to me is I believe it's the Froakie wild area, wild zone, that has the Florges, right? Has a blue Florges and a white Florges. And then the center of 20, the alpha could be a red Florges? I'm saying red, but I'm pretty sure it's pink. But, what about the orange and the yellows? Can they ever... Are there orange and yellow Florgeses that can spawn, or are they just not included at this time? They are left out, in fact. But I guess that's where the shiny stones are for. When the Pokeball I have missed. Let me just creep on you. I heard you, Abra. You do not look pinkish. Oh, there's an item there. So let's go back to where I was. We'll grab this item. Boop. Hello, box says. Can I do anything over there? Teehee, we'll find out. Can I get that item? Well, yeah, I can get over there. Because I know that later in the game, I think there's a Weedle over here, but... do we have anything over here I can access? Pokemon-wise? Benches that cannot be used yet? No item for me. We don't have any monkey trees at the beginning, right? No Pokerman trees. Okay. You guys aren't shiny. And y'all wouldn't have had a chance anyway. But the Weedle that made that noise. Eh. Gotta visit the baby. Yeah. Whoop. No Kakuna. Don't know if Bunny can be. No Flo baby. Yo! You say as you jump. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do that. You didn't see me? You didn't see crap. Oh, you've seen me. Oh well, goodbye. Can I climb this? No. What about these? See, this is the thing. I don't know which boxes I can climb in this game. Oh well, failure acknowledged. Can't cross that line. Okay. Go this way. That way. Run, 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 run. Okay. Some more Abra and Flabebe running. Boop. Rawr. If I could have whatever meal I wanted next. It would either be Thai red curry or probably a salmon pokeball. I don't know how I'm supposed to say that, by the way. Obviously. At some point I am going to have this screen covered in little Creative Commons stock images, not stock images because those cost money, free little images of curry and sushi, and I suppose some people wouldn't like that. I had a tuna fish sandwich for breakfast from leftover tuna salad. Whee! Well, first Larry isn't, and that Larry isn't. Alright. We're freed from the Larrys for this time. Whee! Whee! The fact that I have to do that to actually remind myself to hit the button isn't great. Whee! So many audio cues for self. Thumb is positioned badly on the stick again. Whee! Let's see. What shiny am I looking forward to most? I don't actually know. Because there's quite a few things I'm looking forward to. I want to cuddle a shiny Spritzy. I want to collect the 10 shiny Furfroos. I believe it's 10. 1 regular and 9 trims. I don't know if I would be trying to get 10 alphas and 10 non-alpha ones, but you know, who knows? I have no idea if at some point I might end up being like, I need a turbo controller. I don't really foresee it. I think it's more that I would just suffer if I felt the need to do so. But we'll see. Yeah. Also, I'm not saying that it's like wrong that some people can bench reset. I'm just saying my brain can't do it. Brain get upsetty spaghetti. Mentioned that earlier, but yeah. Also, fun fact, I've never gotten a shiny in Zone 3. I don't know how many of us there are. I got the game on the day it came out. I had a pre-order and I still don't have any Zone 3 shinies. And yes, I did actually play the game. I even have a shiny charm in my main playthrough. And no Zone 3. Choices were made. Choices were made. I would like Pancham and Flabébé and some adorable espers. I wonder how their movesets compare in this game. Because I know in regular style, classic Pokemon games, the learn set for male and female Meowsticks is significantly different. I want to say that female is the offensive one, whereas male Meowstick is more support. But I may be misremembering, and they may have changed that. I don't remember being aware of them having any stat differences, though. I guess, didn't Dee Dee have kind of similar vibes with that? I don't actually know how they differed in moveset. They did have the different ability, didn't they? Because wasn't it only female in Dee Dee who had Psychic Surge? Can I have shiny bird or bunny? No, I cannot. Not yet. Now, the knowledge of how long it has taken Johnstone I mean, it's not the most hopeful, but also I know some of his chat like got the Abra the day they tried for it, so before I started this stream, I actually had this latest VOD on the VOD channel pulled up. No idea if he has gotten the Abra yet. And is Absol Blogs Pokemon is Matt actually taking a break from the Alpha Phalanx? The Shalfa Phalanx? What is your favorite Pokemon? I'm a big fan of Eevee and Umbreon in particular. My original Gen 1 favorites were Pikachu, Mew, and Eevee, so I am a very basic human being. Gen 2 came out, and I loved Umbreon, and I love Suicune. And to be fair, this didn't mean that like I didn't care about the other Eevee evolutions. I had them all on my team until like prior to Umbreon and Espeon. I had, I believe, all three on my team. Did this require some trading? Oh, probably. I don't quite remember the situation in Red. But, or Yellow. But, big fan of Absol. I think Reshiram's my favorite legendary currently. I really love Pokemon Black. Crystal and Black were definitely some favorites. I really enjoyed Sword. Really, really did. I loved the Dynamaxing because every single Pokemon had access to it. And I will say, I realize it's not a popular opinion, but I wasn't the biggest fan of Mega Evolution in X and Y. Specifically because it wasn't for every Pokemon. It was for such a narrow selection. And like Absol, sure, Absol was my favorite of them. But it didn't really fit in my party. And, I mean, people like to say Absol's the weakest Mega, which makes me sad. But, I think once I heard about the Pokedex entries that all of the Mega Pokemon are horrifically suffering. And then the thing is, in this game, like, they say, oh yes, the Rogue Mega Pokemon are horrifically suffering. What about the non-Rogue Mega Pokemon? It's the idea that by being paired with your partner, with the Keystone, that you don't suffer? And if that's the case, then why did they know they could suffer anyway? If they didn't know they could ever Rogue Mega Evolve beforehand? Like, just they introduced Pokemon torture, and I'm like, what? Are they still having a horrible bad time? That's what I want to know. Cause I didn't want my little friends to have owie time, alright? In Dynamax you could have literally anything, and then for the people who wanted particularly cool ones, they had G-Max. I thought that was great. And I love Terraing, actually. Cause literally any Pokemon could terrestrialize, so literally any Pokemon was a viable option if you could make it work. And I mean, another way someone can just look at it is, my favorite Pokemon doesn't have an a Mega Evolution, therefore Mega sucks. Like, that is probably a valid interpretation. I was like, why can't I have my new Sylveon do this? What do you mean? Hasn't been long, but I know. I don't really want to go figure out the Flabébé right now. Let's keep doing this a bit. Where Pidgey at? I heard Pidgey. I did not see. Oh, hi, you're over here. You do like to migrate sometimes, huh? Worked. Oh, I missed the roll. Oh. Pokermans. La da 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 da. You're not shiny. You're not expected to be shiny. You're not despawning. One of these years I'll check the Flabébé. I'd rather check Larry first. Larry! You're both not shiny. Yay! I mean, not yay. Yeah, I suppose the same song will get old. I think I have improved a little bit on the motion now. Tell Fletchling to be shiny already. And Bunnelby. I mean, I don't have anything against over-leveling. This is not a... It's not a Nuzlocke. It's not a level cap kind of thing. So I guess in theory I could just have a ridiculous Bunnelby and a ridiculous Fletchling. I'm sure I would evolve them. Need the evolving research after all. So here's a question. The samples in GarageBand on Macintosh computers. Are those copyright? Because I feel like it would be kind of foolish to have them be copyright when you're giving them to everyone and yet they can't use them, so I don't really have access to GarageBand right now, but I could do some really basic beats to put in the background. Otherwise, I don't actually know what program to use on the PC. Because, like, you can look at a little top 10 or top whatever of free ones, and you just don't have a sense of what's just because they're getting money for recommending them. And if you're a really newbie like me, you don't understand what they're saying as their details in the review, so. Not that I've seen even a full review, just little narrow bits of information. Obviously, I don't have enough information yet. Also, I am absolutely not saying the beats would be good. So there's that. Fix the earbud. Maybe you'll drink some of my cold tea. No Milcery methods, huh? Dang it. Okay. Do we want to do a full baby check? I don't really want to yet. Maybe we just break my pattern. I have in fact gotten hungry. I just always feel like the satchel is a canteen. To be fair, with all that running, you would want one. Bird, why do you not sparkle? Bunny, why you no sparkle? Larry, you no sparkle, but that's okay because I can't reach you. Whee. I know I did this recently. Brown. Let's see. Go this way. Wow. Ooh, things. Things. Uno más. Go through here. Climby, climby. Ooh, ice seal. That was random. You're here for baby. You're not shiny. I don't think that far one could be. I probably would have heard this by now, right? Yeah. Hello, little non-shiny friend. Oh, I thought there was someone else here. I never realized these were Pokeball. Oh my goodness. Love it. What do you have to talk about? Ah. A little bit of deeply annoying research door. It's the fact that I will never realize you're shiny unless I see you sparkling. Which, I don't know, maybe I could see you sparkling, so it'd be fine. Alright, time for it to visually get unpleasant. Well, it's more the auditory, too. Because it's not flashy. It's just no music. And the clunk, clunk, Honk. Whee! Computer's currently search indexing. That was a mistake I made earlier. It forced an update last night. And I do wonder how it's going. Hello, hello. I welcome anybody who's watching. Sorry that this is not the funnest thing. Click. Click. The wildly millennial vibes of what I have going on. Alright. And back. Rawr. Bird again. Bird, why you no do thing? Do I just want to do some run-throughs? Except I can't fly back to the start, so it kind of doesn't work great. Is that an item? Nope. I have angered the bunny. Ah! Hit a button! Whee! Boop. Back to some good old Abraful baby. Hungry. Roll. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I don't actually know why that little sideways thing should be done, but I'm just gonna trust that the thing I saw may in fact be important. You know, it occurs to me that maybe I shouldn't be humming to the music when I have a noise gate. I have no idea what is or isn't getting caught up in that. Or that cat meowing. That might be caught up or not. Hoping everybody's having a good day. no matter what time of day it is. It's a little bit of a just kind of chilling situation here. Go. Okay, but being hungry is really just kind of showing up now, huh? Wanna find the Abra, baby, and the everyone. Hi, Pidgey. Still haven't nicknamed you. Whee. Trying to think of a question that doesn't involve Oops. And there's always just chill gameplay quietness, but that just kind of seems too quiet. I really need to figure out how to not accidentally bump this table. I'm sure it's a terrible sound. I could use any Pokemon as a starter in this game. I mean, I'm always biased to choose Eevee. Yeah, I'm always biased to choose Eevee. I will say though, I'm very curious if the DLC will include the remaining starters. Snivy and Oshawott? Just because it's a little... Well, see, Oshawott's already got representation in Legends Arceus, but Snivy hasn't gotten anything yet. And it is yet another Mon that is... I'm not going to say reliant on Contrary, but it gets big benefits from Contrary, whereas this is a game without abilities. So I do find it interesting, wondering what they would do with that. I know that they gave boosts, like stat boosts, to the Pokemon that normally have huge power. But I don't know if they've actually done anything for Malamar in terms of like a stat boost. Malamar usually gets Contrary, I think. It's like one of the two common ones, if not the main one. So the hidden ability Contrary Snivy, I really wonder about. I love Snivy. I would really like to have access to it. Would I want it to have a Mega? I mean, if we're not assuming that all Megas are having a bad time, then yeah, I'd love to see a Mega Superior. I think it would be pretty cool. Because Superior's got a really cool design. The patterns on it, like you could do some interesting like fleur-de-lis wings or something. I don't know if, you know, there's a second typing they would go for with Superior, but I'd love to see that one. Again, Oshawott already reveling as it is. But I want there to be an alternate location form of Superior. Like Hisuian or whatever. Variant. I don't know. Because, you know, it's single type, and I mean, not to say that Oshawott wasn't, but I don't know what the design would be for just a location variant of Superior, but I think they could do some really fun things with a Mega. Again, fleur-de-lis wings, something like that. And then I kind of feel like they would have the Hoenn starters in the DLC. Just because, you know, you've got your people missing their Mega Blazikens and all that. I wonder, because I had, you know, back previously seen the Mega leaks for just the main game, and then they found out, oh, those are actually real. But I don't believe it had the DLC ones. Unless it did, I don't remember if Raichu was on that list. I don't know if I want to rewatch the video on those leaks. Because it might be nice to be surprised for once. Ooh, now that's a question. The Mega Raichus. I've seen a lot of people who love X. They want their Gorochu, and I understand that. But I've always wanted to see the Pikachu line as more of a special attacker. Like, I enjoyed it with Alolan Raichu, and adding the Psychic, like, it kind of just felt like, you know, more weaknesses, but, you know, you've got your physical attacking, usually, Raichu and Pikachu, which always gets a little awkward with the stats and the moveset, because you always... Hold on. You. Away with you. I'm guessing that's not sufficient, what I just clicked, but we'll see. Anyway, had to deal with that. What was I talking about before that? I know, oh yeah, the Megas. I love Raichu Y. It's adorable. I love the combination of Raichu bits and Pikachu bits. I want the special attacker. I just think that's really fun. I like being able to use Thunderbolt. Could it learn Parabolic Charge? I believe someone has mentioned, or I've seen someone use that on Dedenne, so it is an actual thing in this game. I think that would be very fun. I don't think... Previously I've heard of Pikachu, well not Pikachu, but Raichu learning Parabolic Charge, but... Again, if it normally had a higher physical attack, then why would someone use it? Because of the heal, that's why. What Megas would I want to see other than Superior? what are some random pokes who don't have enough going on? I mean, we got our evolutions in Paldea for some of those single Pokemon. Because it could be Pokemon that are currently present and not just added in the DLC, because, you know, Raichu's currently present. Do we want Mega Meowstic? I don't know. I don't know why I'm so focused on the superior. I think I'm just really interested in those cool patterns. Go Mega. I mean, I'm getting like some of those like really random non-evolving Pokemon like Kamala. You've got your Kamala coffee in this game. But I know that oh, I'm terrible with names, I'm blanking. Someone who had really wanted Mega Drampa and they got them. They also wanted Turtonator to have a Mega. I mean, I feel like Turtonator is so cool on its own that it already it gives Mega vibes to me just because it's so cool already. In terms of fossils, actually, maybe all of them. I'll be honest, like, I could imagine them doing some interesting things with Kabutops, and I don't know what they'd do with Omastar, but, Carracosta. Maybe there's some way to make Archeops, like, people actually want to use Archeops, because they've done terrible things to it with that ability. Yeah. Cradily could do some wild things. You could get to some real tentacle monster going on there. I didn't hear Abra there. I don't know. Let me take a look. Yeah, I should probably... Here. Oh, this is where I want to be. No, not that button. How do I... Please. Moderation. That's not the one I want. Oh good, it's already gone. There we go. Now it should be gone. I don't know if it's actually gonna update on... Oh yep, there we go. Finally got it banned. Alright. Took me far too long. That's what I get for having my chat on top of my chat. I want to check. Boop. Pocket Mans. Alright. Hello, friends. I gotta check the baby. Cause yeah, I have to get stuff now if I want to be able to fight Zack with shinies. But baby, why aren't you shiny? Do a little bit of Pichu resetting. Alrighty. I mean, I could make it active and just run and check every single time. That's fair. Whee. Pichu, I want you to sparkle. Check the bird. The bird is not sparkly. And go here. And go there. Wow. Yep. Good. Go. Whee. There we go. Drink some water. Okay. Pichu, I'm just here to try to find sparkles, which I'll probably have trouble seeing. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-da-da. I do find it very interesting that they increase the effect of the shiny charm. I mean, maybe it's because there isn't a method, but the game itself is just so effective that it's kind of wild. I wonder if I'll be able to tell if the Farpidgy is shiny, given the purple behind it. Definitely, it'll make it look more yellow automatically. Pichu or a bird? Pichu or a bird? See, that way I can really tell. Yep. Can't remember when the Kanto starters end up available. So I know they're pretty quick. Or I think they're pretty quick. I don't know if they're as quick as Y. Weird. Oop. Poker man. Boy, I wish the Mareeps could be shiny. Okay, I'll admit it. I don't know if I just completely missed what was said in game when the shiny Mareep side quest was introduced, but I did not comprehend that it was up, or I had missed one level of up. And so I kept looking for a shiny Mareep down on ground level. where the Mareeps are shiny locked. So it, like, I thought I had to shiny hunt one. I'm not always the most clever. It was pretty rough. I think I looked it up. Or I watched someone else's early gameplay and figured it out then. But it was a little bit rough. Just a little bit. A little bit of a learning curve. I've never seen anyone else have any problem with it whatsoever. Oh. We want a shiny friendo. And I don't know if I would actually have trouble, like, recognizing sparkles, like, from here through that fence, because of the little green dots. Like, I'd like to think I would be able to see them from here. It probably would have sparkled by then, or it certainly would, because it would be visually straight on to the player, but I don't know. Little guy, little bird. We want to get our starting friends. We want our starting friends. We want a starter. Who shall it be? Honestly, if I had a choice to turn Pikachu into... Well, no. Now that we know that there will be Mega Raichu, I guess I wouldn't want a Lowland Raichu. No Megas for that one. To my knowledge. Friendos. I just constantly keep thinking the rare Pidgey is shiny. Ow. Now I've seen some people do some longer ball throws. Well, see, the thing is, it usually shows the thing before you can actually reach it with the ball. But I've also seen people do throws without a lock on, and that's something I don't think I've ever done. What do you look like when you're shiny, other than far too close to what you look like now? I want shiny friendos. This isn't too bad as a process. Just the two loading screens. Whee. Seriously, constantly thinking the rare Pidgey's shiny. But it's not. Again, my brain thinking there's sparkles when there's not. It's the little green bits. Alright. Go back to a little bit of Abra for baby. Hope for a little somebody on the run through. Hello, bird. Oh, I see. It's a fur fruit cut. Can we find shiny critter? Look. Neither of them. Good. Alright. Hello, Pidgey. Did I hear Abra? Yes, heard Abra. Alrighty. What? I haven't gotten any good yet at, is it right? The right button? Where, it turns your player character around. I have not managed to get that to work with moving at the same time. And, you know, I understand that's probably a skill issue. So yeah, it is technically going to be a shorter stream today because I started late. My ideal... I don't know if it's my ideal. But yeah, I said earlier, but I'm thinking of doing Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. But, we'll see. Noon to... not noon. Well, that's a bit sorry. 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific. Those are what I'm thinking. But, you know, if we find that doesn't go well, then we'll find something that works better for us. There's a good chance I'll do... well, is there a good chance? I may do it more frequently to get not watch time, to get my streaming hours up. But in the beginning, I might just need to ease my throat into talking for that long. So. Whoa. Okay, yeah, don't do the high pitch stuff. I think the thing that surprises me most so far is that I haven't fallen off the grass bridge yet. The ivy bridge. Haven't fallen off the roof. And I'll be honest, I haven't really checked, I would say the competition. I haven't really checked when other people's main streaming hours are, and that could be important knowledge. I wouldn't expect there to be a shiny hunting gap time. I expect we have enough shiny hunters to fill in 24/7, but you know, who knows? Yeah, I'm guessing I'll listen back to the VOD to see if there's any questionable audio. Or if there's still computer roaring in the background, or, you know. If I've got my volume too low, too high, depending on what time in the stream, because I know I had it higher in the beginning. We'll find out, and I'll probably wince about it. Alrighty. Pidgey friend. Let's check on Abra. You look brown to me, right? Yeah. But. And y'all both look normal. But we'll run through and check the baby. Zoom. Ooh, grab some items. Whee! 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 I feel like those are multiple battle themes for wild Pokemon. I don't know if that's accurate, but I feel like they sound different. Here. Destroy. What? No Kakuna. No random bunnies. Flabebe probably would have sparkled by now. Yep. I still like you, Flabebe. You my friend. Whee! Okay. Wow. Back for more Abra. Oh, did I scare the bird? Like, I know they occasionally fly away, but I don't actually know what the criteria is that causes Fletchling to fly. At least the Wild Zone ones, because I can understand the like lamppost ones are just more skittish, but I don't know. They seem to behave differently. Hi, Pidgey. Whee! Whee! Whoa. Whee! Whee! Alright. Whoa. I'm guessing the higher pitch sound effect might not be the best choice there, but... Now here's a question. Since I just got into listening to FNAF lore, what's something else I should listen to some lore on? Some lore or explanation of a storyline. I like me some good lore. Now here's a silly little fact. I like to keep my screens on night mode as much of the time as I possibly can. And so I think my phone has like a 3-minute period, like 1:57 to 2, where it'll blind me. And on the PC I only know how to do it where I have a 15-minute gap. I can't have it shorter, but I've found. And the time is now, so I will be increasingly wincing as this the next 14 minutes proceed. Whee! Pidgey! Itch. Okay. I still made the roll. Whee! I don't actually have a way to trade Evo any shinies. My buddy doesn't have the game yet. I feel like it would be... Well, I feel like it would probably be cool if someone like Austin John plays, like... Because I know he makes videos about the trade codes that people use for specific Pokemon, for trade Evos and all that. And I feel like it would be cool to have one specifically for shinies. Because some people, you know, they trade and then they don't trade back after. Which, is that one the touch trade? I believe that's a touch trade, I don't know. But it would be nice if people with shinies could find each other and they would know that even if the other person doesn't trade back, they would still get the shiny of the Pokemon. So that would be really cool, but I don't know what they would do code-wise to indicate that. I don't know, like... I mean, you have the 4 digits for each part, so I'm like, what, put 9? I don't know how they'd want to represent shininess. And of course that only works, you know, when you're using numbers below 1,000 for a Pokedex number. Which, yeah, I mean, if you're just using your in-game Pokedex, that's fine. Pidgey friend. Thoughts. Anybody gonna be having something fun for dinner? We found something for 50% off that we're gonna be cooking up tonight, and you know, I still expect it'll be delicious. Are you the good luck, Pidgey? Can you summon shiny friends? That would be cool if you could summon some shiny friends. Oh yeah, you can tell how tired my voice is with the speaking more quietly. Still not a shiny bunny or shiny bird. I wonder what NPC chat I was seeing down there. Is it the one about finding hotels here? Whoa. Whee. Whee. No shiny Larrys. How many people are going to call those Larry because of Johnstone? I don't hear you, Abra. But I see you. And I hear Bumblebee. Whee! Y'all would have sparkled by now, to my knowledge. Hi guys. We want to check for baby. Hello. Wow. You're not shiny. You're not shiny. You're not shiny. But baby probably would have sparkled by now. Couldn't see you for a moment. Hi, buddy. It's a spinnerack over there. I guess it is. Let's do some last minute Pichu and Pidgey door swapping. Pichu, I need you to have a large thing of sparkles around you because I don't know how to recognize it otherwise. Yeah, there was an item. Ah. Bird. I wish for bird to shine. Pichu. Pidgey. Pichu. Pidgey. That's not the button I thought I was clicking. This button. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still not used to that chat button. It's gonna prove annoying when people end up losing their automatic free chat thing. Oh, guy. So something I haven't really considered is how much I should do this offline. Namely because, I mean, I guess that'd be a question of just like, would I be recording voice, you know? Doing voiceover later, which means getting that timing correct. And I don't actually have experience with that yet. Pichu, what do you look like shiny in this game? You should inform me. Yeah, I believe I will be bringing the stream to a close here in a couple minutes. Still gonna do some final checks. I'm gonna be interested in some dinner. Hope everybody's gonna have a great rest of their day, or a great next day, or all of the above. Oop, okay, I went too far. Yes, yes, smashing boulders. Hope anybody doing some shiny hunting of their own has great luck and a good time. May your hunts be kind and your phases be few. Unless you want phases. Then may your phases be many. I think I'll be calling it here. Yeah, I want to thank everybody for that button. I want to thank everybody for watching, and whether that's the live or VOD on my YouTube. I hope everyone has a great day. Good luck with your hunting, and love y'all.